You're an endangered Floridian. If you dare to think there's something more to this great, glorious spit of sand than noisy freeways and rows of stores, bleak warehouses, Walmarts, fast food chains, all lit with a hellish, blinding glare that steals the palm-silhouetted night and drives fireflies from the twilight air. If you assume something should be saved, that state parks should not become golf links, then take a lesson from those before. You may very well become extinct. You're an endangered Floridian if you're happy in some little town, miles from where the land is under siege, trees rooted out and hills leveled down. Or find yourself on a city's poor side, where you might at least be left alone. Then you learn it doesn't work that way. City planners hope to smash your home. There's hardly a crossroads or alley that's safe from being swept away. Need fuels change, and change fuels need, and yet the needs of those long here get little say. You're an endangered Floridian if you remember a distant time when you could escape from light and din in old houses built to match the climb. Churches one grew up with yield to stores. Schools are torn down to be built anew. The refuge of quiet space becomes scarce. The crammed lines of cars have no curfew. To find those places, we did our part, to fell and pave and to plant with grass. Yet to us it formed an ideal stage between snake-plagued farms and canyon glass. You're an endangered Floridian if you think you're an elite, rich enough to keep changes at bay, sheltered down an old familiar street. Try to conceive the grand ambition that shapes this state more than sea and wind. Since the first explorers landed here, it has always meant the natives' end. Wealth can be made in other places. Here it's just part of a fevered dream, where fortune's geographic nexus meets conquerors' need for gross esteem. The Timucuan's numbers shrank and fell until they could shrink no more, and the last of them fled away to Cuba's distant friendly shore. Ever since, each wave of newcomers has shoved the last aside and left its mark. For the little people of our time, it meant ranch house suburbs, drive-ins, roadside parks. They'll form dioramas in museums where hover-bused schoolchildren will go. These were now extinct Floridians of less than 100 years ago.